Well, we are back. CRB Live, episode 13, and No Love 3 is right around the corner. Finally, No Love 3 is spending time with me. It's been a long time coming, but this Saturday night, live on all of our social platforms, you can check it out. It's going to be a crazy event, 7 battles. We've been promoting it for a couple of months here on CRB Live. I am your host, Prehistoric, Papa Pre. We got a fucking crazy show tonight. Couldn't be more excited if I wanted to. Without further ado, let me bring on the co-host with the most, Mr. Frenchie Fresh. Hello, Frenchie.
Yo, what's good? What's good? Sorry. Hey.
It's all good, man. I'm excited, as you might have been able to tell from my intro. We are less than 7 days away from No Love 3. Finally, some live entertainment, some battle rap, get to see some friends and just watch a crazy card, man. Are you excited? You look excited.
Yeah.
You look very excited.
No, yeah, sorry. No, I'm just yeah, should be all right.
Should be all right, he says. Should be all right.
Yeah, it's been a minute, so you know.
It's been a minute.
We'll watch some people talk shit to each other, you know. So.
Totally, man. It's gonna be good. And there's a lot of variety on the card. We've gone through all the matchups. We got the last matchup, the showdown tonight. Dully and they, of course, will be joining us later. But of course, we have a very special guest tonight. We've had a lot of champions on the show, like I covered last week. You know, we've had the current KoTD Champ on. We had the Beast Mode Champ, the future Smoked Out Champ. Obviously the CRB Champ, Braden Black, and tonight we get the former CRB Champ and former King of the Dot champion. But before we bring him on, which is going to be in about 1 minute, do you have any battles that these fine folks should check out this week? Doesn't have to be a new one. We established that last week. Any battles that you could recommend to these fine viewers?
Well, you just put me on the spot when last week, man. Like
freestyle, baby, freestyle.
You know, I couldn't even tell you right now. What I don't know.
Well, it's a good thing we're putting out some content.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. You know what? Just because I think it should get some views there. I know it's probably we've already recommended it, but whatever, man. Go watch Teddy and Braden Black, man. So
yeah, that's criminally slept on.
Yeah, exactly. So you know,
all right.
Maybe some people forgot about it. You know, like, oh yeah, you know, I don't know. Go watch it.
All right, that's the battle of the week. We're redoing a CRB Classic, the last title match, Teddy KGB versus Braden Black. Braden Black will be in attendance at No Love 3, co-hosting with that shiny championship belt. But without further ado, it is time for our main guest of the evening. I already gave him his intro. He's got 4 million views on his battles. He's got 70 battles. He's a living legend. I've already done so much hype for him, but I'm just happy to shoot the shit with my friend, PoRICH. Come on down to the studio, brother.
Yes. Am I live?
You are live.
All right. Fucking it. This is working proper. What's going on? What's popping? Everybody, hello. How's it going? So happy to be here. Monday night, Raw. Let's get it. Love.
You don't know how many times I've had people being like, why hasn't Poe been on yet? Where the fuck is Poe? It's been 13 weeks. Well, we had to save it for a special event right before our big No Love 3 card.
Oh, well, we're coming back strong with this one. You know, this is the event that never was, that should have been, hence the love on the moniker. Should have went down in February. COVID, all that shit. What can you do? All you can do is come bounce back. Springtime, you're here. March, gonna start off with a bang, bro. Got some heavy names on this card too. You know, I was looking it over. I did a little homework and shit. So yeah, I'm pumped about it, man. It should be good.
Yeah, like I told the folks last week, we're gonna do a prediction vlog. Poe's gonna give us his predictions on all 7 battles. Who's gonna win and why? He'll talk in detail. But before we get to all that good stuff, I mean, we got a few things to catch up on because it's been a minute, man. And the fans want to know. I mean, little history lesson. You were the reigning defending champion for years, the face of CRB, and decided that it was time to step away from the ring and hang up the trophy at the time and now the belt. could you just tell the folks what happened and why did you decide to take a hiatus from battle rap?
Oh man, I think at the time, I just like, I mean, the whole COVID thing happened, I guess, too. But I also was just not in one of those spots. I think it had been about a year before my last battle had even happened, anyways. So you could say that like I just wasn't there mentally for it, like not wanting, like not really putting a lot of stock into it, and like my options that I had available. I know you gave me a lot of bananas fucking matchups that I turned down and said no to, just because like I wasn't inspired for it, and I thought if I was gonna go back and do it, I wasn't gonna fucking half-ass it, And then it got to the point where it was just really like, fuck, you know what? It's not here right now, and I'm standing here on top of this mountain holding this fucking championship, and really I don't deserve to be holding it right now because there's so many other guys who are putting in much more work. They wanted it more bad than I did, and I just thought it was a smart move to step aside, a respectful thing to do to step aside. And let somebody else take on the mantle or try to assume the mantle and fill the fucking footsteps.
Okay. Well, that's kind of what I thought. I mean, I knew that, before even you step back, you had a few battles booked and some fuckery went down and cancellations and things. You put a lot of energy into those battles, I know. So I know that left a bad taste in your mouth.
Oh, that was disappointing for sure. But what can you do? People are fucking pussy bitches, and sometimes that happens.
Well, I mean, I want to give
sometimes it happens once, and then it happens again, and then you're just like, fuck off, you fucking morons. It's just retarded. But
well, listen, I want to give you the platform to talk about it.
Also, that and I gripe about that, but that's happened to a lot of people, a lot of leagues, much worse than whatever. So the bad taste in my mouth, yeah, I was fucking retarded, but at the end of the day, we're pretty fortunate, we didn't get it too bad in the ass, but still, that guy's a piece of shit.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to.
Method Man was right about you. Telling you.
Oh, that's right. I bet you would have had a bar about that. I gotta spit it out. So, somehow Disciple is in the chat.
Yes. Blow up the chat, and I bring action.
You were scheduled to battle Lex Luthor twice, is what I was trying to get to, because a lot of these people probably didn't necessarily know what we're talking about. It was canceled twice.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
How was your preparation for that battle? Like, did you like your material? And I mean, you kind of already answered it, but I'll let you go on a little more. How frustrating was it for those battles to fall through?
Oh, well, come on! Like I've been on that side of it too, being the guy who's fallen through in a battle, but not when you have to go through a league to do it. You book a fucking ticket, you book a fucking trip. You're talking to the guy you're battling, like, yeah, man, everything's cool. When really you're just a fucking piece of shit, and you just didn't have the fucking balls to say you weren't going to come, or whatever your weird slanted fucking agenda was. I don't know. But yeah, obviously it was frustrating, ridiculous, but like it was a fucking year ago now, but it's always fun to get on and fucking talk shit about somebody for being a clown.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to give you the platform to give your side of the story, and I think that covers it. It was shit, and that unfortunately.
Hey, but you know what? I'll recycle all those bars somewhere else. I'm sure the great ones always do it. Overcome and adapt.
Absolutely. So
and I left the flyer photo up on Instagram, so maybe one day, who knows?
So you're talking about future bars. That means this is not a retirement, right? This is just a break.
Oh, you never retire, man. You never go away. Everyone says it, but you wake up one day and you put a nice couplet together in your head and you think, oh yeah, people need to hear that, So I'm sure I'll be back at some point. This is by no means that, but definitely stepping out of the way and letting these other guys shine, and there's nothing wrong with that. So.
And at the end of the day, I feel like you've done everything you can for CRB, and though that's respective, and yeah, it's time to, for sure, to let someone else, I totally agree.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, there's still more to be done. There's always more work to be done. You guys know, you guys are striving to do different things all the time, but I felt like I contributed in a way to help get it off the ground a bit. Yeah. And I'm more than happy to have done that, and I'm more than proud to have done that, So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could go on for days about the legitimacy that you brought to the league, all the title defenses, all the special attraction battles, the co-hosting, the hype. I mean, yeah, the list goes on, and we'll connect again and get you something cool down the road. But there was another time, like in your career, that you had a hiatus, and then I like to think that the relationship between CRB and you kind of relit a few news and got you back to a very high. I battled A-Ward a decade in what turned out to be the battle of the event, and a lot of people had you like going into that battle thought you were going to lose that battle because A-Ward, of course, is so great.
Oh, he was renowned at the time for sure. Yeah.
I mean, and he still is. He's still great, but you showed a lot of versatility and surprise.
No, that's what I mean. I mean, like he was on a huge hot streak at the time, and he was battling. He still is. He's still fucking disgusting. So it was just fun for everyone to think like, oh man, who's A-Ward gonna battle? Like, and my name hasn't been fucking drug out of the dirt in a long time, and then I fucking get the offer, and it's like, fuck yeah. And then the camera pans up, and it's me. Like, you filmed that shit. Whippy is the city, or whatever it was. And for me, it was fucking great, man. I loved it. I love too that people were so mad about it. There's nothing more I love than get angry people on the internet, man. There's nothing funnier to me in the world that I can get under so many people's skin, or have people like me. It goes either way, but it's great to me. I love it. It's the best part about doing this thing.
What's up to Nate Sosa? What up, dude? We'll see you soon.
What's popping?
Yeah.
What's popping?
Yeah, man, that was a crazy battle. I think my favorite part one of my favorite parts, of course, the infamous "Hey Lord, it's A-Ward." That just like caught on and was just so well received. But I mean, I was standing in your corner that night, holding one of your beers, and I think A-Ward did. Yeah, you got to be done. And A-Ward did a freestyle. Do you remember that at the end of his round?
Yeah, he said it was. It was the wrong beer. You had a Heineken and he said Canadian, or was it you? He said Heineken and you said Canadian.
No. He said the dude behind you holding up a Canadian, and then I flashed the Heineken at the screen.
Heineken, baby. Heineken. Yeah. I remember. That was great. That was fucking awesome. That whole night was amazing.
It was.
Electric night. A lot of big people in the building. A lot of big people in the building that night.
100%. It was awesome. And then down the road, not too far after that, I can't remember the exact time, you battled Bobby Rex from the UK, who I don't think you were too familiar with before taking that battle.
No.
But it turned out to be a great battle and a lot of energy and very unique. What was that one like, and what did you think of Bobby afterwards?
Like before, like I don't know, I was very hesitant on wanting to do it because I didn't know who fucking Bobby Rex really was, and I wasn't really digging the whole matchup at the time. And because I was like, oh, I just done this A-Ward battle. I thought it went really well. So maybe let's get something else going on here. And then Gully was like, I got something big for you for the wave. And then he told me, go watch the battle and found out how I felt about it. So like in preparation going into it, I put a lot into that battle still because I was like, fuck, okay, I'm coming off of the heels of a good performance. How I felt was a great performance, and I want to echo that sentiment and to kind of build some steam and momentum here, especially second match back with King of the Dot. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And then then I get the name, Bobby Rex. That's who they want you to battle. So no, I wasn't hype on it. And then I talked to Organic, and he kind of smoothed things over and made me see the potential in the matchup. I came through, and that night it was great. And Bobby's fucking hilarious. Once I watched the stuff, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be classic mirror match." Like minus the accent, it's big drunken energy, and it should be fucking firepower. And it was a great battle. It was a fun night, man, for sure. And Bobby's a cool fucking guy. Yeah, not a bad word to say about him. He's a cool guy.
It was a fucking dope
night. Not much for swing sets though. There was like this big viral video of him going around before the battle of him like backflipping off a swing set. That was really funny.
That was jokes.
I was like, that was actually the first thing I watched by him. Is you got to see this clip of this guy, and I was like, okay, thinking it'd be like a battle video, and it's him on a fucking child's playground. And I was like, well, all right, gotta have a line for that.
No, that was perfectly timed, and the people who knew definitely got a kick out of it. So that was your second battle, and then the third one back in Ottawa, Parliament Purge. You took on, I think, a battle that a lot of people thought could have happened fucking 5-10 years ago, whatever you want, like with two of the like pioneers of this shit, you and Real Deal, who's now the King of the Dot champion, of course. But what makes that battle so interesting to me is the angle you took in the battle, and I want to let you talk about that in a second, and just how that like aged so well. And now that he is the champion, you took a very unique approach, kind of setting up a job interview style skit, whatever it was, it worked. It was awesome. But I wanted to hear how did you come up with that, and were you worried that because it was a risk, it paid off, but were you worried about it?
No, like I wasn't worried about it. I was excited about it. And when you have an idea, like, you know, I don't think it's anything fucking iconic or anything like that, but it's a good fucking idea and it can apply to a lot of guys, which is why I think it rung so true with people and they enjoyed it. But it's the whole, and like, I just see so much corny shit sometimes on the forums and all that, you know, guys just, you know, some of the slang we use, like, well, what's your resume? Put in work and all that. And then finally just click like, okay, this Real Deal posted up his battle rep resume. Well, why would you want to do it? Why would you put a resume up in the first place in real life? And then I break it down, like, what's the psychology of that? And then you kind of flip it from there, but then just always bring it back to battle rap. Like, wouldn't it be hilarious to see fucking Head Ice and Thesaurus and Pat Stay hanging around the water cooler, talking about who's going to be the next King of the Champ, like in a corporate function setting? And just things and ideas like this really fucking, I just find so humorous. And I think need to be preyed upon more often, but so many guys are afraid to embrace like the silly ideas like that in favor of always wanting to be the tough guy. But there's a way that you can be silly and still be pragmatic and realistic about what you're trying to say to a person, you know? Which is why, especially on a guy like Real Deal who's battled so many fucking times, there's not many like gun punchlines or real name flips that are really going to be effective against him. So you have to kind of go character assassination and really build it up into this guy who's desperate to become the king of the dot, and he'd do anything, so much so that he sat down and wrote his fucking battle rap resume out on the computer. You know, if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. So anyways, my mockery, you know, was based in the fact that he really wanted it, and I think that's what strikes home even harder, is the fact that at the end of the day, it's fucking true. But still, shout out to him. Nothing to respect the deal, because he fucking got the fucking job done, man. And he's fucking disgusting. That's one of my favorite battles I've ever done, bar none.
Facts. It was a crazy battle. Super unique. He did amazing. He really, like, Real Deal always, you know, brings the heat, and he certainly didn't hold back against you, and that's what made the battle have so much replay value.
Exactly.
So that's what you want.
There's nothing worse than a one-sided battle. You always want to have a good, somebody edged around, or fucking a 1-2 win, 2-1 win. A blowout's never as fun as it always seems to be. Especially when you're there watching. Especially when you're there watching.
You want at least 1-3, like you want the 1-3-0 just to say you did it, but like, yeah, you want 2-1s all the way. Like, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Because you don't want to ever be like, and then you're like, fuck, I got to listen to this guy again, knowing that he's not bringing anything. And then I'm like, how do the people in the crowd feel? Like, if I feel like this, you know? So,
yeah.
Well, that brings me, we are going to get to the predictions. I know you're a busy man, and I don't want to take too much of your time, but I do have a question, because I don't know if you saw in the CRB group last week, I posted your battle with Disaster, and you and I have talked about this battle, but a lot of people still, to this day, when I posted, it had more engagement and more comments than fucking most of the other shit we post. There's 50 some likes and hundreds of comments about people saying, "Hey, you got robbed, and I always have thought that you won that battle. But I want to hear from you. Like, first of all, did you get robbed in your opinion? And secondly, tell us about that battle.
Well, I think first of all, you get so many posts and engagements on something like that because whenever you post a Disaster battle, you get posts and engagements because he's fucking synonymous with battle rap in this day and age. That's the reason right there. Disaster's the biggest fucking name out there. That being said, did I get robbed in that battle? I watch it back, and he definitely has me beat 100% in aggression, and that's great. And it's so funny because then I come back and say, oh, I had a better pen game. But for most of my battle rap career, I've always said, performance is what mattered. So then sometimes I feel like for me to go back on a crux of saying, oh, but I have better rhymes, I just don't know. Would I say I won? Fuck yeah, because I still want to be the fucking King of the champion. So fuck yeah, I smashed that shit. Best performance of my fucking lifetime. But still, you give it to Disaster because anywhere he fucking goes, he's an unnatural fucking presence and just a real threat to anybody in the room. So
yeah,
shout out to Diz as well.
Sure.
But yeah, I won that shit. I won that shit. Sure. I have some great
think
rhymes. I have some great lines in that shit. Go, man. You know what? And if you doubt it, just go watch it back again and again because I want that battle to get to 1 million views. And I know Disaster can get us there. So Diz, if you're watching, just like a fucking retweet or something, man. Give the little guy from Whippy another shot at stardom, huh?
Put it this way. I know you won because back then I was pissed off before they said the announcement. I'm like, fuck, Paul won. And back
then, yeah. You can feel it in the air.
Then, I was like a Diz mark and like fucking you were such a dick on cam. I was like, I don't like this guy. You know what I mean?
That's
but
great.
When I actually got to know you, it's different, you know. But like,
Well, yeah,
on cam, I
exactly.
was like, oh, you know, and I was like, fuck, he won. And then
Did
when
my
you
job
said
well.
his
Did my
one,
job
I
very
was
well
like-
back then.
I was
Yeah,
like,
heel,
what
man.
the hell? I was like, so like, yeah, no, you definitely won that for sure.
That's great, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a wild battle. It was a wild fucking weekend. I think too, just another thing about being like the headliner, when the crowd gets down to the end of the night, and especially when it's down to the end of the weekend on a 2-day event, like fuck, you know, it's tough to bring them back to life from that. But we had so many huge reactions and so many big pops from the crowd that night that it just made me feel like a little otherworldly myself. That I was like, I'm fucking rocking this shit like Jesus at Mount Sinai giving out sermons or something. You know, it was pretty powerful being there. I really enjoyed that. It's one of my favorite weekends. But funny about that is I didn't go to that event at all. I didn't go to the first day, and I skipped most of the second day because I had to memorize all the fucking material we were doing because they were 6-minute rounds or something like that. It's more than I've ever had to do. So just to be able to get it all down, I really fucking left it to the wire as far as continuing to prep for every possible last second, to the point I was up that morning still doing it, running it over in the shower, running it over in the car ride down there at the fucking venue, do it one more time, you know? So, and it paid off. It's great shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And 6-minute rounds are one of the most ridiculous things like in the world. But for that battle, it just worked. And I thought you had a cleaner performance, and I thought you won that battle. I've always told you that, but it is what it is. And you will have a 1 million view battle. That battle will get to 1 million. And that's awesome.
Cool.
So another battle that happened was Red Shirt Mike. And the reason I bring it up is Real Deal was on the show.
Wow, this is some fucking Vice journalism here, eh? He's really airing me out.
No.
You said we weren't going to talk about the chokes.
The reason I ask is Real Deal was on like a month ago, and he just and he had nothing but great things to say about you. But he told the story of that night, and like you guys prepping kind of beforehand, and I forget what the line was, but it was Red Shirt Mike. Fucking, what was it? What was the first line? Do you know?
It was no, because it was all set up, but it was basically like if a kid walked up to me and said, "Are you gonna lose to Red Shirt Mike?" I said, "Son, bet your bike."
Yeah,
better in the room. I don't remember what it was. Fuck, I could barely remember what any of my lines were the day of. So you think I'm gonna remember it fucking 2 years later? What are you doing?
No, but it was a really funny story the way Real Deal told it. He told it really warmly, and I thought it was hilarious. And you know, to be a fly on the wall with just you guys having beers after the battle in Ottawa, and I know Frenchie was chilling, and that would have been a cool experience.
The Fred Durst type, this guy Justin Xavier Paris. That was right. Yeah.
That's
good
right.
eye. Nice, good man.
That's
No, the funniest part about that weekend was before I went up, and I was like, we were all standing there trying to do our shit, and Deal's like, yeah, okay, Rich, you go first. So I go to rap, I get one line out, and I'm like, fuck, I don't have it. And he's like, really? Go again. Try again. I'm like, I don't have it. So go do your stuff. So then he comes back and he says, look, man, there's all these posters and shit on the wall, all these famous people, all these lyrics and stuff. Just freestyle something about that. And I was like, man, I'm not the kind of fucking guy who comes in and raps about the crap on the wall, okay? And then he's like, okay, yeah. He's like, yeah, I respect that. Then what does he do? He turns around and he goes and freestyles a whole round about all the crap on the wall. People go nuts, man. I was just like, fuck, why can't I be that guy?
Fucking A, man.
Yeah,
it's a classic story. Now, that was, of course, in Smoked Out, Thunder Bay, and Smoked Out has a lot of dope battlers, and you and I had a great trip out to Smoked Out. There's another battler in Smoked Out who I battled in a video battle, and who's got a lot of hype, and a lot of people are saying is the next one up. The next one up. He goes by the name of Pathogenic. Have you heard of Pathogenic, and what's your take on him as a battler?
What's his name?
Pathogenic.
No, I've never heard of him in my entire life.
Okay.
He's good.
No, of course. This guy, obviously, here's a little peek behind the curtain, folks. Tried to set up a battle with this guy, and then I was just like, yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Do me a favor, it's a replacement thing. And then he hit me back and was like, oh, I don't know. And like, be on standby. And then as soon as he said that, I had just flashbacks, PTSD of writing all this shit for Lex Luthor. And then I thought, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not fucking doing this. And then he hit me back the next day and was like, no, this guy's really a cool kid. Like, he'd really like it. And I was just like, you're done, son.
Well, maybe
Sorry.
in the future you can set
Missed
that
the
up.
boat. Maybe down the road. Who knows?
All right, maybe down the path.
Oh, the left hand path.
All right, man. Well, listen, we're definitely gonna do this shit more often and talk about all kinds of stuff. But we do want to get into your predictions because I know you have a lot of interesting thoughts on these battles. So we're gonna do the No Love 3 live with the champ, former champ, always the champ in our hearts. PoRICH is gonna give his thoughts on these battles. We're gonna start at the bottom and work our way up. You ready?
This segment is called Po Knows.
Po knows.
Phone
Like we gotta get a graphic on the screen for the next one. We got our first ever 2-on-2. First ever legit 2-on-2. We got Lescap and Caesar versus King D and Dirty B in a 2-on-2 battle. What do you got?
All right. So I know of Caesar. His partner I do not know of. Okay. So I took that into account. Oh,
He's
do
the
I?
guy who he battled Chubalicious at Mavericks, the long-haired Frenchman.
But I wasn't there. I've never seen that battle. I've heard about it. He was the French guy, but I've never seen him battle, so I don't want to. I can't take that into account. But I will say this: Caesar's nice, but I will say this: I will say King D and Dirty B are gonna crush that shit. Simply because I've known them for a while. They're both buddies. They fucking like work together. They've been hanging out, going over the shit. They've been fucking prepping for time. And even if they're not hitting with battle rhymes, they've just been rapping together for so much longer. The chemistry is going to be there. They're going to take that, go over the fucking top. Not to mention the fact King D's got some of the craziest fucking, I will say, like Bender-esque kind of style. The closest thing that I can think of as far as just consistently spitting raw shit, that just flawless rawness, and it just goes and goes and goes. You know? So I really, really, really admire. I love that kind of style. I think that shit's dirty. And speaking of being dirty, Dirty B, I've seen him in singles combat as well. This guy's fucking nasty too. Great punchlines. He's got a little bit of a hurdle to get over with the presence, but I think being in the 2-on-2 and having somebody to lean on will benefit these guys greatly, and I think they're going to crush it.
Okay, so Rich's take is on King D and Dirty B taking that. Scotch Sharp and Dysfunctional was canceled. We announced that in the group, so we won't go over that one. Hopefully we can read that down the road.
Well, I like. I will say anyways though. Like, wow, Scott can't get a break. I want this guy to come around and battle more because I always like him. He's always got some shit. But and I watched the battle, a Dysfunctional battle, in anticipation of this blog, and I kind of like what I saw from him too. So hopefully you can get this one set up again down the line somewhere because I think people would dig it.
Yeah, definitely will try. The two guests coming on after you tonight, well, hopefully Philly shows, but we got Philly and the 2019 Rookie of the Year, Dully Neff. Who you got now?
So now you're saying, will Philly show tonight? Will Philly show on Saturday is my big question for this. Because I know what Neff is capable of, and he's nice. I know what Philly is capable of, and he's nice. But what they're both also guilty of is not being consistent 100% of the times to deliver those over-the-top, captivating performances to take them to the next level. I like these guys. They both have mad potential, but you got to be more polished than what I've seen, and I'm hoping that this Saturday will be a different story than that, and we're going to get, because if so, this is sleeper battle of the night potential. This thing will be off the charts if that is the case. Otherwise, I'm going to say, oh, man, based purely on if they both shit the bed and it's a freestyle affair, I'm going to go with Dully just because I think he's a little nicer off the top. But I always love Philly's aggression. Anytime he's in the building, I'm always hyped to see this guy rap. And I really, really hope they got 3 solid fucking rounds of fire shit because that's what I want to see.
Okay.
So I'm picking a winner. I'll pick Dully.
Okay. Fair enough. Shout out to Jimmy in the chat. The next one. This guy, actually, he commented in earlier in the chat. Xavier, he had Battle of the Year last year with NBS, and he's taking on Samson. Who you got?
Xavier, that was the one I didn't write down. Yeah, I know. Xavier, he was just at the last event with us, I think, actually, was he not?
Yeah, he got Battle of the Year from it against NBS.
Really? He was the guy in that cool coat, that green coat.
I believe he had a green cool coat.
He came with Santo, right?
That's right.
Yeah, okay, cool. So he's exactly what I was thinking of. Right. This guy, that last event, he was pretty fucking off the chain. I really enjoyed the show that he put on. And what was scary about that to me was that he as well, he didn't seem 100% polished. And so it just made me think that, wow, if this guy comes with some polished fucking shit, he is a real fucking problem for anybody that he goes against. So I really hope to see some great stuff from him. Samson was at the last event as well. I'm getting confirmation here.
Yeah, he battled.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I thought he was too. So, there's a lot of names that are boys. I got to do some thinking here. I'm a bit in my cups. So, okay, Samson's super nice as well. But I don't know, man. I think that Samson is going to be overwhelmed by this guy because I think he's going to sleep on him a bit and think that he's a little too of a one type when he's on some other shit. This guy is nice. So I'm going with fucking Xavier.
Okay. Xavier picked a win, and now we got what's being billed as the father versus son battle. We're gonna keep piping that train up.
Yeah.
MBS versus Gravity going down. Let's hear your on the father versus son battle.
Well, who doesn't love Gravity, right? Gravity, man. That's all I ever talk about with people at these events. This guy's phenomenal. He's been around forever. He's done all kinds of battles. He's done fucking King of the Dot. He's done the Prove Yourself. He's proved himself. He works behind the league. He works in front of the league. He works at the fucking door sometimes. He buys me beers. He's amazing. But he's also a father, putting the father into the father and son battle. Meanwhile, his opponent, the son, is also a father to be. So we could see a potential Paw versus Paw matchup, in which case I will have to say MBS is looking to come back harder after his last battle because I don't think it was his finest hour. So I think he's on a bit of a warpath right now and is looking to come back and prove himself to being that wrecking ball we all first saw when he came in the league. Gravity, you always know what you're going to get with him. It's going to be a fucking quality performance. It's going to be some really hilarious shit that most people are going to die at, and then some might sleep on. But I think the real world fatherly abilities of Gravity are going to overcome the soon to be fatherly traits of MBNS, resulting in an ass spanking by Gravity.
Okay.
It's going to be a little parental discipline.
Okay, so you're picking Gravity, is what I'm understanding here.
Yeah, that's what we're saying here.
Okay. Moving right along, the last three battles, Santo versus Johnny Math making his return.
You got to go. I like Santo, but you got to go with Johnny on this one. We know what Johnny can do. He always brings the hype behind him. He's always got crowd with him too, which makes a big difference. His energy is always off the fucking chain. And not only that, like he's always had great bars and shit. I think the hiatus is going to serve him well. He's going to come back hungry as fuck and he's going to come out like a total hurricane and burn the fucking building down, man.
Okay.
I'm going with Johnny Math.
Picking Johnny over Santo.
Shout out to Santo, though. I'm looking to see more improvement in his style, but I think that J Math is going to overwhelm him.
I think a lot of people had their first experience with Santo in the Pepe bout, which was only on 3 days prep. I do think with this extended prep time, a lot of people are going to be surprised. I'm not going to pick a winner, but I do think Santo's going to be much more dangerous than in this last battle. And I think it'll be a great battle.
I have to pick winners. I'm in the hot seat. That's how it goes.
Absolutely. I'm just saying it's going to be a classic. Co-main event, we got two veterans, Duff versus Bully. Holy shit, what a crazy battle. I just want to hear you talk about that.
Man, I've been saying this all night. It seems like about every one of these guys, but Duff's another consistency. If he comes nice and clean, he's fucking amazing. Hilarious lines. Great fucking punches. Like, amazing gun wordplay. He does things very well, but he's just got to be consistent and just not go like, fucking forget his shit, because it happens to him more often than not. But when it doesn't happen, he's always building up to something amazing. And I'm looking forward to seeing some fucking momentous fucking moments from him. That being said, Bully, block bangers, beast mode in the fucking building. That's going to be crazy as shit. I haven't seen Bully perform live in a long time. He was always one of my favorites to watch back in the day at the fucking beast mode events, at all the King of the Dot events. He was always fierce fucking guy. I'll never forget the salami and cheese line. He pulled out the whole fucking stack of bologna in the middle of the fucking battle. Insanity. That being said, I feel like I got to go with Bully on this because I know that he's going to come off certified killer. I think it's going to be a dope battle. I'm going Bully, a very close 2-1.
Fucking right, man. Okay. I'm hyped for that.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Duff. Prove me wrong, man. And fuck, I'm telling everybody. I'm just a guy. Poe knows, but I'm just a guy. All right.
Just a guy, and he's got one more prediction to give, and it's the main event. And it's a fucking crazy battle, and I don't think we've talked about it enough, but I think the battle's going to speak for itself Saturday night. Corms the Cancerous versus Pepe. Holy shit. What are your thoughts?
More favorites of mine. I can't believe you got Corms come back and do a battle. That's just fucking great news. He had another great style that's just like constant barrage of insanity and just insulting shit. You know, just always listen to that guy talk shit. It's just fucking great. Great vocal range, amazing presence. Plus, he's a bit of a drunk bastard, so that always helps push him over the top with the little more obnoxiousness than most people would like. But that's why I love him, you know? I think though the heavy favorite is Pep. Everybody loves Pep. You know, you can't get enough of Pep. I don't care if you're eating pizza or not. You want Pep on it, and that's just how it's got to go. Fucking when I go to a sporting event, I want Pep. I want to see Pep everywhere. You know what I'm saying? This guy brought the house down at the fucking last event, and there was only a small crowd, and he still had people going fucking nuts. And he did it on no prep. Yes, that's how I know Pep. But I'm telling you, that's going to be a fire fucking match. Best one on the card. I am going to say Pep comes through with a little star power and that little more swagger. And I think he outmaneuvers Corms, I will say. I think Corms is going to have some crazy, like, brutish stuff. But I think Pep's a little more fine-tuned and will sign the dotted line, you know?
Okay.
Pep.
All right, there you have it. All 7 battles he broke them down. He gave winners. Man, that was very very good. I think we have to have you on the show more often, buddy.
Word, man, that'd be cool.
Well, listen,
thanks for having me, guys.
We'll see you Saturday. Hopefully, we'll be in touch. And either way, we'll talk soon, brother. Thank you so much.
All right, boys. Peace.
Peace, Poe.
Poe, baby.
Poe drops the mic. That was a good prediction vlog. He didn't just he didn't mail that one in. He fucking did his research and he gave well thought out answers. I really fuck with that. I see something flashing on the screen that reminds me. Please check out capitalrapbattles.ca. Support the crew. We got hoodies, we got hats, we got all kinds of stuff. So go cop something, support the league, and look fly while doing it. Now, Frenchie, are you ready for our final showdown before No Love 3?
Yeah, speaking of that, yeah.
Do you want to do your predictions?
These guys are absolutely fond of each other. So
they're fondling each other?
Whoa,
this got weird. Very.
I said they're fond of each other.
Oh, okay. Well, that's almost the same thing. We'll edit that out. Oh shit, it's live. Never mind. That being said, do you want to do your predictions, or is that should you not? You don't have to, but I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yeah. Oh, you want to know my predictions?
If you want to, we could do it.
Okay, fans 2-1.
Okay, so he doesn't want to do it.
Oh, you meant for this battle specifically? I just meant the whole card.
No, the whole card.
Yeah, the whole card is the fans 2-1. That's my prediction.
All right, walking that line. Well, without further ado, if they're ready and they're in the back room there, we're looking to get these battlers out here and find out a little more information before the battle. So could I please have Philly and Dolly Neff to the stage? What up, Philly?
Yo.
Hear me?
You hear me?
Yeah, man. What up, Dolly? How you doing?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, man.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Thanks for having me out. Yeah, I can hear you guys clearly.
Is that Devon Dudley?
I don't know, man, but I
Oh my!
Frenchie. We got a crazy battle, man.
Yeah,
First
I've
of
seen
all,
that.
I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to ask the question to Dolly first. Rookie of the Year 2020. Sorry, I keep saying that. 2019. We haven't seen you in a while. Where you been, and have you been keeping the sword sharp?
Well, the thing is, like, we have an Earn Your Stripes tournament, so the winner of that would have battled Chubbs. So I was preparing for that in March, but then COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and ever since then, like I've been trying to do the online stuff, and this I was going through. So I just like took a bit of a break, and then when you got like dying to get back in the ring, so.
Okay. Well, it's good to hear that you're hungry. Philly, what about you, man? We haven't seen you in a while. Have you been staying sharp? Have you been writing? Have you been keeping in touch with battle rap, or is this kind of an out of the blue thing for you? Where are you at as it pertains to preparation?
I've been keeping in touch with the culture and the league and everything, but I did kind of have to go back to the drawing board and, kind of start from scratch. And like you said, I've been gone for a while. It's been over a year. I've had a battle, so I can't just show up and pretend like I've been around for the past year. I still gotta improve, and pretty much it, bro.
Dolly, that's fair enough, Philly. Dolly, what is it added pressure to know that you guys are going to lead off the card and set the tone for the night? Are you excited for that? Because often the first battle, the crowd is going to be hyped. I mean, it's going to be a very small crowd, but I can guarantee the energy will be up. Does that like excite you, or is that more of a nerve causer? Well, you answer.
For me, I've been first on the card, I think twice. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So on the card, for me, it's like nothing. It doesn't matter where I am. Like, I'm going to come with 3 solid rounds at the end of the day.
Another day at the office,
Philly, same question to you.
Another day in the office.
I like being first on the card. It's pretty cool. You get to set the tone, and I have this tendency to crack jokes, and people think I don't take it seriously because I have kind of a laid back style, and I like that. It's kind of sets the tone and eases things. Like, you don't want to start with a banger and then the next battle is complete shit, and then you kind of want to build towards a big ender, right? In my opinion. So
Okay. Sounds like both of them are excited to be in that leadoff position, set the crowd off right. Now, Dolly, this is you haven't had a battle in a while, as we already covered, but what does Philly propose as it comes to challenges? What do you see him being a threat at? Or is he a threat to you?
I'm literally, like, every battle I take it very seriously. Like, I take it very seriously. And like with Philly, like, he's had a bunch of battles. He's been in the ring with basically like a bunch of people. So for me, like, I feel like there's more pressure on me. It's on him, But I'm going to take this very seriously. And you guys are going to see that on Saturday.
Okay. Philly, same question to you. What challenges do you see in this opponent? And are you, just that question. What do you see in this opponent?
Well, what Dully said is fair. I mean, I remember my first battle against Samson. Everybody knew who Samson was in the building, and no one knew who I was. And I had that kind of like secrecy factor to it, right? Where I just came out of the gate swinging. So for Dully, he's just got to focus on keep doing his thing. And I, like Poe was saying earlier, I got to show out. So I know what I've been through in the past in the ring. I know what works. I know what doesn't. So now it's time to put those tools together and show you guys, my whole package. Pause.
All right. I was waiting for that. That was a quick one. Now, last question for you both. Now, as you know, we made an announcement that our battles are going to be judged in 2021. Now, that said, there's a few exceptions with out-of-towners, depending on the context. So not all the battles on No Love are judged, but a bunch of them are, and yours is definitely judged because we're trying to determine a ranking system and find out who the next #1 contender is and who's going to emerge. So, Philly, I'll ask you first, is it added pressure knowing that this battle will be judged and have ramifications, or does that motivate you more?
No, I think it motivates me more. It's incentive, you know, like it'll give people something to talk about, you know, debate, and, you know, whoever walks away with the W, they'll know for sure, and it won't just be talking out of their ass and, you know, talking trash and saying they won when footage clearly doesn't show that that's the case, you know. If it's judged, well, there's no debate.
Okay. Dolly, same question.
I think it's better off judged. I think all battles should be judged, you know, just to keep the debate going and like to keep like the productivity going. So yeah, there's shit for me. All
right. Well, this has been a very cordial showdown, which is fine. I know you guys will definitely. I know you guys will definitely show out in the ring, but I want to give you a last chance to give some parting words to your opponent, to the fans. What can they expect? Dolly, I'll go with you first. Parting words before your battle Saturday night with Philly.
You're gonna see a different Dolly on Saturday. I'm telling you that much.
Fucking hope so, or else I'm eating some fucking chicken wings.
Yeah, I got chicken wings on the line for this.
Okay, you guys aren't playing. You guys aren't playing. Same question to you, Philly. Parting words. You're battling the Rookie of the Year this Saturday. Let's hear it, man. What can the fans expect, and what can he expect?
I'm gonna show out. I'm gonna snap, and I mean, you're just gonna be a frame of reference, you know. You're just gonna be the unfortunate victim. So it is what it is, bro.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Do you have any rebuttal to that there, Dolly?
No rebuttal. I'll show you a lot better than I can tell you. I guarantee you.
Okay. You sure you don't want to call him any names or anything? Or no, fuck him. All right, boys. Well, listen, thank you.
I'll wait till Saturday.
Saturday night, 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. live stream on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube for free. Check that out. Thank you for joining us, Dolly and Philly. We'll see you Saturday night.
I think if they both show up, it should be good. If they both like are consistent through their 3 rounds, I think it could be a good battle actually.
Yeah, I think honestly,
because like both of them do bring some things. It's just the consistency with them. But if they both show up, I think it could be good for sure.
I agree. I think the long layoff, it actually helps guys like this because
I believe so.
Battle rap is
they have something to prove right now.
A big part of it is motivation, and everyone is super motivated. If you're motivated, you're going to prepare more, you're going to practice more, you're going to refine your shit. And I think everyone on this card realizes that these events aren't happening very often, and they realize there's a lot of people watching now. Like, we've got an audience, we've got all these people watching our show, and there's a lot of people going to be tuning in Saturday night, and they want to be entertained, and both these guys can entertain, and same with everyone on the card.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Well,
that's the whole judging thing too, you know. So
yeah, definitely adds intrigue.
So, yeah, because like, can you imagine? You're looking, you know, which is, you know, you go look at the standings, which is something we're working on, folks. It will come. You go look and it says you're 0-5, like not a good look.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna make you like, yo, you know, like
that.
Or
Yeah,
it
you're
says
absolutely right.
your last three battles are L's, you know, it's gonna make you like, yo, hold up, I need to like.
The competitive nature of battle rap is back. CRB, check out capitalrapbattles.ca. this Saturday night, No Love 3, live and free on all of our streaming platforms. Subscribe to all our shit. Thank you for tuning in. Frenchie, thank you for being the best co-host in the city. And I'll see you Saturday,
Only in
brother.
the city? Damn.
Well, I mean, we're working our way up. We're working our way.
In the known universe.
That's what's up. Shout out to Jugga. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. Episode 13, episode 14 next week. We're going to definitely be talking about the event. I'll be lining up some guests, and it'll be dope. We'll see you guys then. And see every Saturday night on that live stream. Be safe and be kind to one another. I think I just stole Ellen's line, but whatever. It's cool.
Shit. See
Peace, guys.